Hi! Before we get started, I just wanted to say I'm gonna be able to start posting videos again soon. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I am officially a part of the game station. For a while there, I was kind of in limbo between two companies, and it's official. I can start uploading videos again, so you can, watch out for those. You want to be bombarding you with them. I finally have everything tallied up, and it's time to announce the winners. So, drum roll, please. For our art contest, our winner is this picture right here. And our runner-up is this picture right here. Thank you both for submitting your art. I love them both. You guys are very talented. For our dance competition, our winner is this one right here. And our runner-up is this one right here. And the winner of our story is Jonathan, and I will read his story to you right now. The Legend of the Staircase. I'd like to tell you that this story has an ending, but unfortunately, there is no rest for those who walk through the Valley of the Derp. Cast down into the wretched Valley of Rainbows by the meme gods themselves, those who wander shall never find their way out. They are doomed to derp. Every time they come close to making it out, they derp it up. But for those who are trapped in the valley, there is still hope, for there is legend of a codependent group of people forever sworn to lead the derps. This group is... I'd like to say something cool here, but I couldn't come up with a cool name for the group. Cue next paragraph. These people are Aveen, the pony of parting, CHIIB, the velociraptor, Trish, the Hulk, and Madame Jessie, the princess of the land. It is foretold that they help gamers. Nothing could tear them apart. Many have tried, none have succeeded. Their derpiness hindered them, but kept them together. It was their greatest strength and their greatest weakness. My greatest weakness is writing this introduction. Jesus is awful. You know what? I'm just skipping to the action. Everything will work itself out in the end. 180D transition later. And that's when the dragon flew off with Jessie the princess, taking him back to Castle von Trollstein. While Aveen, Trish, and CHIIB ran through the forest, desperate to rescue the princess, Trish was hulked up, smashing through the trees with the strength of a bear times 3. Aveen and CHIIB were hot on her heels, making their way through a path the Derpakid was smashing. When they made it out of the forest, they came across a field with long grass. They were warned creatures lurked in the tall grass, but they went anyway. Suddenly, the music changed, and the screen zoomed in. Suddenly, the music changed, and the screen zoomed in. A wild Panzerchew appeared. Aveen used Derp Attack. It's super effective. Wild Panzerchew used Thundershock. It didn't affect Aveen. Aveen threw a Pokeball. Aveen pressed AB plus down. Gotcha! The wild Panzerchew was caught. Give a nickname to the caught Panzerchew? No. Panzerchew was transferred to Box 1 in Aveen's PC. Continuing onwards to rescue the damsel in distress, they came to a narrow bridge over a canyon. They went to cross when suddenly a raspy voice called out to them. Who dares to cross my bridge? That's not raspy enough. A pale, clammy hand reached up over the edge of the canyon, and a hideous troll pulled himself up. He looked to Trish and then Aveen. He began to speak. In order to cross my bridge, you'll need to answer 3. Holy shit, it's a velociraptor! Within seconds, CHIIB was on top of the troll, ripping his intestines out with her raptor claws. By the way, her claws were rainbow colored, and by internet meme laws, they are now 20% cooler than any other claws. When CHIIB was finished eviscerating the troll, the group crossed the bridge. Safely on the other side, they steered up at a plateau. On top of the plateau was a cat, and on that cat's head was a melon. The group shared a hearty LOL before moving on to their next challenge. Another ADD transition later, Castle von Trollstein was perched upon a lofty cliff. Looking up, IamChiib, Trish, and their new chimpanzee sidekick realized that they needed help. So they hired some Sherpas, who were admittedly leery about helping a dinosaur, pony, chimp, and a gamma radiation creature at first. Climbing up the side of the mountain, the Sherpas explained that it would take them a day's climb to get to the top. This was bad news. There was no way Jessie could wait that long. Meanwhile, the dragon that took Princess Jessie was asleep on top of a mountain. It had just had a nice full meal of chili cheese dogs from Coney Island. The chili had it all. Beef, beans, x-law, you name it. The dragon's digestive system was a bomb, waiting to go off. Evine, Trish, and CHIIB talked over what they were going to do. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they heard a sound like the earth itself was being torn a new asshole. That sounds painful. The ground shook beneath them, and the smell of sulfur hung in the air. Then a massive mudslide came pouring down at them. Ew, mud. Evine had cleverly brought her jetpack and strapped it upon herself. She took off and went streaking across the sky. CHIIB spread her velociraptor wings and took off. Trish just hulked up and tanked the diarrhea avalanche like a mouse. The Sherpas, who had never seen a massive ocean of fecal matter moving down a slope, all panicked and ran for their lives. The chimp, who was classier than a monkey, was equally disdained by the feces and ran with the Sherpas. CHIIB and Evine reached the top in no time, while Trish swam through the Hershey Sea. Evine and CHIIB saw a Walgreens outside of Castle von Trollstein and decided to pick up some snacks and drugs. Evine also accessed her PC and withdrew Panzer Chew. CHIIB bought some Xanax, a bottle of Snapple, some Rogaine, and a bottle of pills. CHIIB crushed up the Xanax and the put it in the Snapple and shook it up. The dragon will never know what hit it. Just then, Trish finished climbing up the wall and noticed CHIIB holding the Snapple. "Just what I needed after a big climb," she exclaimed, chugging the Snapple in true Sodahead 13 fashion. Trish was then out like a light, snoring loudly on the pavement. CHIIB, Evine, and Panzer Chew would have to continue on without her. The dragon, who was fast asleep, was dreaming of cocktail wieners. The cocktail wieners were dancing around a tree, flying kites everywhere. Suddenly, Bigfoot burst out of nowhere and began playing Lamb of God on a goat guitar. The cocktail wieners scattered, oh no, only to get decimated by musical notes. The dragon suddenly awoke from his nightmare to see a velociraptor, a pony, and a mouse in his home. The dragon walked over to greet these newcomers, determined to prove that a dragon can be hospitable and not eat everything that moves. Evine saw the dragon approaching them and panicked. "It's going to eat us!" she screamed. Evine sent out Panzer Chew. Panzer Chew felt inadequate next to the dragon, but it had a secret advantage. It had forgot to brush its teeth for the last 3 days. Panzer Chew had horrid, nasty, dragon-like breath. It was now able to fight halitosis with halitosis. Seeing her beloved Panzer Chew struggling in battle, Evine decided to step in as a responsible trainer. "Panzer Chew, hit it with your AK-47 attack!" Panzer Chew just looked at Evine. Evine tossed Panzer Chew an AK-47. Panzer Chew put its new Kalashnikov in 3-round bursts and opened fire on the dragon. It's super effective. But honestly, is it really a surprise that an AK-47 fire was highly effective against a large, fleshy, unarmored target? I mean, the gun fires a 7.62 x 39mm round. That would put a nice big hole in anything made of meat. Needless to say, the dragon was turned into Swiss cheese. Evine, Panzer Chew, and CHIIB ran over to Princess Jessie and gave him a big hug. They untied him and prepared to leave the castle. And then she woke up. Trish woke up, that is. She was asleep for the final boss battle after all. She had to have an awakening used on her. Too bad the group doesn't collect ashes and make a blue flute. That will awaken anything, and it can be used in a limited amount of time. Anyway, Trish and the group met up again, and she gave Princess Jessie a huge hug that broke 3 of his ribs and crushed 1 of his lungs. Perhaps he was better off with the dragon. When they returned, Princess Jessie was given proper medical attention by Dr. Dodger. When he was all fixed up, after 3 months in the hospital, Princess Jessie walked into a party made by Aveen. She did have the element of laughter, which is the best medicine. Aveen set up the biggest, bestest party ever. Trish, CHIIB, Aveen, Princess Jessie, Panther 2, and Dr. Dodger all had the time of their lives, thanks to their DJ Total Biscuit. Who else was I gonna pick? I mean, he may be cynical, but he listens to some BA music. When they were all done partying, the derp crew decided to construct a staircase to help the people out of the Valley of Derp. You see, I had a reason for the title all along. From far and wide, people trapped in the Valley of Derp made it to the staircase. On it was a plaque engraved, "This staircase was a butt-clenching build. Many asses were firmly toned in the making of this staircase." And everyone who passes through the Valley of Derp knows the name of the 4 who built it. Aveen, CHIIB, Trish, and Princess Jessie. And they all lived derply ever after. The end. Time for the epilogue. Princess Jessie was traumatized after his kidnapping. He was forced to give up being a princess. He then became a mojo maker until one day he was tragically killed at Frankenstein Joe concert. Aveen trained with Panther 2 and defeated 8 gym leaders, Team Rocket and Elite 4 in order to become the very best. Since then, Panther 2 and Aveen have retired their career and bought a cottage. They settled down together and now enjoy reading Socrates while smoking from corncob pipes. Dr. Dodger was so grief-stricken by the loss of Jessie that she developed a caffeine problem. She attempted to drink all of her sorrows away with coffee, and now hoards mugs as a result. The chimpanzee was so traumatized by the diarrhea avalanche that it ironically developed a problem with its anus. It shat uncontrollably and was forced to wear a burlap diaper for the rest of its life. The Sherpas got away from the avalanche and went back to their homes. They now make their living ferrying people up a mountain of fecal matter. This was a huge tourism spot, as no other place in the world was a massive load of shit. Literally. The Sherpas profited much from this and settled down living it P. Diddy style. DJ Total Biscuit moved on to radio, where he now hosts the most popular radio station ever, Shoutcraft 101.3 AM radio for Starcrafters. CHIIB and Trish decided to become robots for fighting crime. Chibatron 3000 and Trishbot now disguise themselves as ordinary vehicles, but there's more than meets the eye. And the dragon died. Come on, people, it was shot with an AK-47 multiple times. And me, well, let's just say I might make a sequel to this train wreck of a story. And those are our winners. Thank you to everyone who participated. If you saw your work right here in this video, please email me at ask.chiib@gmail.com and we will go over your prizes and all the information that I need to send them to you and etc. Before I go, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who personally sent me a birthday gift. That was very thoughtful of you guys, and you didn't have to, and that was just really sweet and thoughtful, so thank you very much. I'm gonna be opening them tomorrow on my birthday during my live stream. It's gonna start at 12 Central Time, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put it on Twitch TV. If I change my mind, I'll let you know on the Facebooks or something. But I do hope that you guys can show up. Probably gonna play for a few hours, open some stuff, and hang out with you guys. Just have a grand old time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.